Okay, here is another episode of of today's market wrap edition, market wrap up edition, and it's the 9th of December, 2025 again. So yes, I mean, sorry about that. Earlier my system actually went off. Why? Because TradingView, the old TradingView, just wasn't responding. But so I decided to have a recap again or a rehash of what's going on. But anyway, so I'm just going to share my screen. I mean, one thing I was saying is, or I started off saying is, I don't know how the market went for you. But for me, I think it was a bit of a quiet 2 days, really, because while we are back at the age-old question of are we toppy? Is the market overvalued right now? Is the AI overvalued? Is the market toppy? But we've got quite a few catalysts going on for us. Number one, we can't really or exactly compare this to we can't compare it to the dot-com bubble, which happened such a short time. We talk about the likes of pets, etc., which didn't exactly go well. They didn't really have the revenue to back it up. But in this case, things are a little bit different. If you look at the Qs is back to its all-time high. We had a little scare in, was it November? There you go. And we are back above the trend line right now. Not exactly all-time high, but yeah, with just a few pointers, a few ticks, and the market's going to be a blow off top again. So yes, IWM as well. One thing people did ask about IWM is, this back to all-time high. I mean, do you think this is a fake out? But it's quite strange, really. I can't really answer that for you because we know quite a few. Not all companies are profitable at, at, at the IWM, so that's something to be aware or to behold, really. But again, we're definitely back to all-time high. This is real. Like I said, again, we do have catalysts, which is talking about our rates cut and Fed decision. We're just going to go over that in a few minutes. So we have a few things that's pushing this market, and I'm not going to be the one to get on in front of this moving train. I definitely wouldn't recommend it at all. So that's that one. Also, a few things that happened today. There's another video we just posted in the group about what's it called? Um, the SpaceX IPO. I think it came out, the news came out yesterday about, Musk trying to get into the IPO. Yeah, so that's something we are looking forward to. Of course, I also posted, I'm just going to quickly talk about a few things in the group, something for an engagement in the group today. And I did ask, will there be a Santa rally this year? This is how the group voted. Again, it's not representative, but we just to see what people are feeling. And you can see here, 28% feel no, almost half still think yes, there will be a Santa rally this year. And 28% say, you know what? I do not care. I do not care. But yeah, again, that's just for engagement. But the two questions I asked. And then of course we do have Palantir. Before I go over what's going on, I did recall when we had the dip, I was able to jump on Palantir at 170. And I did ask again, do you think Palantir is gonna get back to, you know, sorry, do you think, because I was listening to someone today and he said he believes that Palantir is the play for 2026. Palantir has been a great play 2024, another one 2025. It's done a double. And it's people are quite divided, but split even, if I can say. And a few people still feel like, what? Yes, it's still going to be a play. But again, we might just get something else next year. But let's start off looking at Palantir, really. If you look at Palantir from the lows of September, sorry, November, it's actually since bounced back. He was a great buy right there. If I didn't get in early, but I was out already, and it looks like this is here. I put something in the group. Do you think this is going to get to 200 before the year end? We've only got 3 weeks before the year ends, and Palantir's only got what, about 11 more percent to you know to get back to his all-time high, to get to 200 really. Well, not all-time high, to get to 200 level. But if you look at Palantir, um, which is something, sorry, I shouldn't look at that, pick that one. Yep, if I'm going to look at Palantir last year from January, the lows of January, there you go. It's not exactly precise, but yeah, it's been amazing, really. It's a great, great, great company. So yeah, so if you look at Palantir from there all the way to December 2025, 2024, Palantir did 727%. That's just stunning, really. It's an amazing performance. I mean, where did it, where's the cap? Yeah, there you go. It was about that. And then if you look at it from um, this year again, from January this year, if you're gonna pick it up from January, yeah, just about that. Um, to where it's at right now. And then again, it's done about 180%. So this is an amazing, 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 amazing one to be on. But again, do you think it can replicate it next year? Look, I don't know. But I think this is a company that's moving on from the government contracts now, and now it's getting into the private sector. So there's still quite a catalyst that's going to get it on. But again, it's AI trade. It fits what the market is talking about. It fits the story, the catalyst, everything blends. So, but we don't know. I don't know. We're just going to see how it goes. Um, People say don't buy highs, but at the same time, you might buy the high and it could get on going higher. As long as the catalyst is there, the story is there, they're still making money, buy and be patient. Do not, don't, don't complain. How do I say? Don't moan, average down, or whichever way you said. But anyway, that's that for Palantir. Also, we do have NVIDIA. I think there's news about China. Sorry, Trump has actually allowed, given the all clear for NVIDIA to be shipped to China. But today, nothing really happened about that. There was no play at all regarding the price action. It just went quiet. I think again everything is garnered towards tomorrow. Also, Tesla, which I feel might just be on the way back to its 500, close for this year. There was a bit of a scare yesterday. I can't even remember what it was, but it's back on. The price action, the setup, everything just seems like that. This is a company that still trades very much like a tiny or mid cap, really. The story has changed, and this is still there. Um, Before I review the rates decision, just had a few things going on. I mean, speaking of speaking of Nvidia, Kramer, if you're a Kramer, I don't know, Kramer Bear. He said you own Nvidia, don't trade Nvidia. And like some people said in the group again, in our group, the next Nvidia is Nvidia. Well, if you believe that, why not? So also, we do have quite a few movers today, by the way. It's a bit all it's the place that is in sorts. I think Netflix, I was actually thinking it might go a bit lower because they're in this bidding war. And again, we still see Netflix still giving us this, you know, downward. It's no clearance yet to get to Netflix. I can't see it anyway, but we'll see how it goes. Tomorrow might just be, or this week might just be the washout before the next leg back up again. But we'll see how it goes. Also, Oracle. I wasn't really interested in the earnings for today. Oracle again, since the turnaround started and it started picking back up. You can see that from the low 200. Okay. Um, Likewise, weeks up, that's one to get on, which is definitely Oracle. Again, I believe that. And I mean, just quickly going to talk about the rate decision for tomorrow. So what I see is that, according to, is that Polymarket? Yes. So this is what the chart says. that there's a 95% chance the Fed Reserve cuts interest rate by 25 basis points tomorrow. And this is the poly market chance chart. So yes, of course, if you look at the CME data, it does actually favor a rate cut tomorrow. But one thing you've got to be wary is just I made a few notes. Just let's quickly go over the notes quickly. Something that says about the rate cuts. Hold on a second. Tick, 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 tick. Just quickly have a look. I had it on. I haven't closed it yet. Tick, 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 tick. Hold on a second. But anyway, what it's talking about is I actually wanted to read the notes out to you. It's talking about, you got to pay attention to, yes, you might get a rate cut, but that's not guaranteed anything because what is, we've got to pay attention to, pumping power. Um, his his mood, is it going to be hawkish? Is it going to be bullish? So yes, so that's something you got to be wary, really. Yeah, there you go. I think I found it here. Okay, so the market is reacting with kind of a shrug to the news that NVIDIA has been cleared to sell its AI chips. Okay, but again, with tomorrow, stock indices are higher today, but the gains in the market is limited as bond yields have ticked higher on the hawkish JOLTS report. The market remains cautious about the pace of Fed easing beyond Wednesday's decision, which is tomorrow, when policymakers are expected to cut interest rates by 25 basis points. So again, people tend to just pay attention to the move, but I say, like I say in the group, you got to watch the move after the move, really, because that's the real move. So you got to pay attention when the rate cut is announced. Look at what the market does, but you got to wait because the institution they tend to digest the news, and once they digest it, pay attention to the real move after the move, and that's your move before you make your move. But until then, anyway, we'll see how it goes tomorrow. But I think also my I've been talking about my staple again. I think this is back. It was almost touching 6,000 today, but it went down again until it breaks that trend line. I'm just going to keep watching these. So for now, we'll keep paying attention. We're watching, but this is something I've been on. It's an annual staple for me. Almost trade this every day. And of course, finally, if you look at crude oil did sell off or sold. It did sell off yesterday from a 60. It still hasn't been able to breach. It's been consistently or persistently weak. And honestly, there's no play here for me at all. But anyway, until then, we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great trading day tomorrow. Be patient, be cautious tomorrow. Don't just dive in head straight. But until then, God bless and take care. Bye bye.